Some might describe freedom as the ability to travel or explore the world as they please, whilst others might describe it as having the ability to do whatever they want, to get into any profession they want. It depends on which scenario we look at, but in other words, everyone has their own definition of freedom. But what is freedom in a general sense?
What is freedom? Many might describe it as not having anything to worry about or having minimal responsibilities, whilst others might refer to freedom as liberty, as in the ability to do anything one desires with no repercussions whatsoever. Meanwhile, from a philosophical point of view, the concept of freedom might differ. For instance, according to the Abrahamic faiths, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, freedom is to refrain from evil, to abide by God's command so that one may enjoy life without displeasing the Creator. On the other hand, the modern concept of freedom, as we know it, is that one should be able to do as they please, as long as they do not harm anyone, including themselves, but then this freedom is met with a jurisprudence, which places restrictions in order to ensure that the aforementioned principle is followed. But that begs the question, how can restrictions ensure freedom? The conventional idea of freedom is contrary to what freedom is actually about. Therefore, freedom means to be able to make choices within a certain limit and or restriction. Furthermore, if we look at what freedom means on a state level, conventional freedom seems even more vague, yet at the same time, it is this conventional idea of freedom which leads to an unconventional concept. If a people desire to be liberated, to be independent, they desire to have freedom to govern themselves, to have their own legal system, which is applicable to them, to have the right to enforce said jurisprudence without interference from a foreign power and or oppressors from another community. Such was the case during the 19th and 20th century in the Indian subcontinent. On countless occasions, Muslims were harassed, oppressed, and killed, which was why they strived to gain independence. And after years of struggle and through the hard work of the Muslim League and especially its leader Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, on the 14th of August 1947, Pakistan emerged on the world map as an independent state. Even though jurisprudence during the British era wasn't overhauled, it was altered a bit to make it more suitable for an Islamic state. And every year since then, the people of Pakistan celebrate their independence on 14th of August. This celebration was what took me to Sunset Point, Quetta, a place from where you can view the entirety of the city and witness an absolutely gorgeous sunset as it slowly fades away and the city lights turn on. And when it gets dark, fireworks began to go off all around the city, showcasing how people were enjoying their freedom. In that moment, it felt as though this was it. This was freedom. A fairly unique feeling, if I do say so myself.
Or there, the 14th of August Independence Day celebration, fireworks are going off. The camera is not, as I said, the camera is not doing any justice to any of this.
With that being said, there are still a lot of people who took this enjoyment of theirs to an extreme, creating problems for others, and the only solution to this is a strong enforcement of jurisprudence. In other words, if there were no restrictions, no jurisprudence, and the conventional idea of freedom was followed completely, then it would lead to the antithesis of freedom, because those wishing to follow the conventional idea of freedom, those wishing to enjoy their freedom, would be completely stomped by those who cannot control their desires, and the only way to control them is to enforce restrictions so that others may enjoy their freedom.
But that was it for the video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'll see you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.